Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Sigwa, and this is day 0 of my documentation in e-commerce and day trading. Do I have any experience in day trading or e-commerce? I have 3 years now in e-commerce. I've been drop shipping since 2022. Where am I at now? I was making 4 figures a month back then, back in 2022, my sophomore year of high school. And now I am restarted. I'm at rock bottom. With day trading, I've been day trading for about 2 weeks now. I'm $1,600 up on an eval. I think I hit that trade today, which is pretty cool. I was trading NASDAQ. I think the most I've been up on an eval right now at this point is $4,000, but I couldn't pass because of the consistency rule. I think I took one trade that gave me like 2.6 grand, and then my consistency rule just shot up super high, and then I had to get 5.5 grand, and I ended up blowing the account because of the fact I'm not an experienced trader and I have an undisciplined mind. Well, that was 2 weeks ago. Actually, no, that wasn't 2 weeks. That was like a week and a half ago where I blew the account, and now I'm restarted on the account. I reset the account, so now I am up 1,600. The reason why I made this channel is so I can look back at what I've done so far and really remind myself why I started. Okay, back then I didn't have a why or a purpose, but now I do. Now I realized why am I doing this? Because back then it was all for validation. It was all for looking like I was one of them, I was one of those people that was making a shit ton of money out of high school online. I was essentially a poser, okay? Essentially a poser. I only ever did it to separate myself from other people, to make myself feel better about myself. And, it took a while to come to terms with that. The fact that I wasn't doing it for my own growth. I was doing it for just to look like I was better, okay? It was very egotistical, and I blew it. I fucking blew it. That blessing that I received back then from God, I blew his opportunity, and now here we are, restarting. It took me a while to figure out my why or what my path was, and now I realize, the amount of potential I really had, and why I really even started this journey in the first place. Okay. It was really just because I was so fucking pissed off that I was eating lunch on the staircase my sophomore year of high school instead of having a car to eat in. And that's what kick-started my dropshipping journey. It was me being pissed off. I couldn't, I didn't have a car to eat in. And my high school, we could leave during lunch too. So, I did have a permit. I had my license already. I had my license, and I still can't fucking go anywhere. It was really, it pissed me off so much, but that was the story. And then from there, it just turned into, okay, well, I'm better than you. I can make money online. You can't. I have these goals, these ambitions. I was sharing it with everybody, and everyone was just, oh, be realistic, have a plan B. That shit pissed me off even more. But after that, I think I just got bored of it. I just got bored with it because of the fact that I wasn't doing it for myself. I was doing it for approval, I guess. Not in a pick-me sort of way, but in a my ego was too big to allow myself to be looked down on or as the same as you. And I think God just fucking humbled me. That that was an experience. My whole entire junior year I flopped. I started working a normal job and I got comfortable. My whole entire senior year I was still comfortable. Even, after trying to create new stores during my second semester, my senior year, it was, oh, sorry if it's loud, it's my sister's birthday right now. All her friends are over, so, I probably shouldn't be down there, but regardless, I was doing it for the wrong reason. And so the reason why I'm doing this now, my why now, is because I've been working hard to climb back up. Because I realized that I had that potential. And that was my initial thought of, why couldn't I just stay consistent? Why couldn't I just grow for myself, right? And I think that's what I'm trying to do now. That's really what I'm trying to do now. So if anybody's watching this back, and I'm like, I don't know, ultra famous, ultra fucking rich, I'm driving around like an SVJ or some shit, just know that I was at rock bottom at a certain point, okay? I had it all. I could have been a millionaire by now if I just kept my momentum from when I was 15 years old. But no, I'm not. And I wasted that time. I wasted those 3 fucking years. And I'd be thinking, oh, high school is supposed to be like that. You're supposed to work a normal job and then go to college. Like, I still want to go to college, but I have prioritizations. I think that's why I'm actually going to real estate school right now, because, I thought it was good to have a license because my family's in that business. But, yeah, this is really just the start of the come up again. I'm learning how to day trade. I'm going all out on ecom again. And I have my reinforced why on why I'm doing this, on why I want this growth, on why I'm not going to take advantage of the opportunity that God gave me this time like I did back then. And I think that's what really matters. Because if you're going to do something and it's just for money, there's going to be some days that you're going to be burnt out, you're going to be tired. And if your only reason is money, and you're not at an ultra super uncomfortable point in your life, then I just don't believe you're going to make it. I think you need a strong reason why, whether that's going to be family, whether that's going to be, okay, well, I've been in a shithole fucking government funding household and my parents won't clean up in the living room or some shit like that, or, oh, my father drinks all day and he's abusive, and so I need to get out and be financially free. Whatever the case is, right? You need a reason why. So we're going to get more into day trading now. I've been learning how to be disciplined with my emotions and my trades. So I have an analogy that I'd like to share with everybody now. Day trading to me is like playing baseball, okay? There's a first, there's a second, there's a third, and there's a fourth base, right? If you try to full port your account without a stop loss, without just try to, pass an eval on your first try, there's on whatever prop firm there is with no consistency rule, you're never going to learn how to be a good trader, because it all has to do with consistency and probability. And that's coming from somebody who's 2 weeks into trading. So, you know what? I might not even have room to speak, but this is what I have learned up until now. I would rather go to first base and then second base and then third base and then take it all home, pass the eval, rather than full porting my accounts. Oh, it hit one time. Oh, I'm funded now, right? How consistent can you be with that? Like, realistically, how consistent can you be with that? I think the point is, to be a consistently profitable day trader, you should be protecting your assets the most and minimizing your losses. Okay? That's the biggest thing I've learned, and that's like the best analogy I can kind of give to anybody who wants to start day trading. I do have a Discord where I post my my trading wins, and I haven't even passed an evo yet, so I'm very open to advice, as long as it's not some like Well, actually maybe not, because you don't you shouldn't have more than one mentor. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't overconsume knowledge when you're trading. You shouldn't be learning SMT, ICT, TGR, all these other gurus all at the same time and trying different strategies every other week. That's not how it works. But, you know, I do have a community up, so I'll link that down in the Discord below. And I would appreciate some marketing tips on dropshipping though. And before I get any comments being all like, "Oh, dropshipping's dead. Don't do this business model. This is all saturated." You know what they say? If you already see the product online, it's probably too saturated. Like, let's be real. Any business model works. All right. There's always a way. And I think that's also what I've learned in my 3 years experience of dropshipping. Even though I'm not where I want to be, I still have experience. So I think this concludes my talk for the introduction day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning or whenever I decide to record and go over my notes or something for the trade I took or what I did for e-commerce. I'll see y'all later.